Yo, what's going on, everybody? Another episode of a great basketball podcast, and it's titled the BeBall Jones Podcast. It's me, BeBall Jones, and then right there, it's Nelson Harris.
Yeah.
So, what's up, man?
What's going on, bro? How you doing?
Everything's good, man. Everything's good. What about you?
Just chilling, man. Trying to get schoolwork done. Just all that good stuff.
I feel you, man. I don't miss that at all. School was back then. Let it stay back there. So,
Man, I don't miss it. I'm
doing the
doing
work for the both of them. It's the ending for you, man. So you ain't got to worry about it too much longer.
Thankfully, I'm ready to go.
I don't blame you, brother. But let's go ahead and get into it, man. We are going to bring back one of the more interesting, guess you could say, topics that we've had on the podcast, man. This is like what we like to call a hot take segment. So just before we finish out what we have to say, don't kill me. You're not crucify me. Don't throw me on that cross yet. But this is our thoughts. So last time you talked about Kobe
Oh
not being
boy,
the GOAT.
ruffle some feathers with that one.
Yeah, so I know the people are probably interested in what you got to say today, man. So it's your part 2 of hot takes for Nelson, man. So what you got to say to the people today, man?
All right, man. So yeah, like you said last time we did this segment, I got to talking about Kobe and why I don't think he's in the GOAT conversation. If y'all haven't, go check that out. Y'all need to go back and check that out. That's a great one. But I got another one for y'all today, and we're gonna see how y'all like it. It ain't got nothing to do with Kobe this time, thankfully, because I know how y'all get. Have too many of y'all texting my phone. It's like, hey, it ain't about Kobe this time, so don't click off the video. But this time today, don't kill me, but Steph Curry did not ruin basketball, or he does not deserve the blame for ruining basketball. I believe the blame rests so mainly on none other than Kevin Durant. All right. So let me start off by saying, number one, I don't think either one of them ruined basketball. I just know how that's kind of like the thing that people love to say now. Steph Curry ruined basketball. Now it's all about shooting and threes and this and this. Everybody want to shoot. So I know a lot of people had that sentiment of like Steph Curry ruined basketball. So I don't feel like it's ruined. I feel like the game is more skilled or whatever. But whatever. It ain't about me. So if you want to blame somebody for ruining basketball, I don't think you need to be throwing all the blame on Steph. Now, did Steph have a huge impact on the game and how it changed all that? Yeah, totally. Of course, we'll never deny that. Steph changed the game in a lot of ways with his shooting and the way he shoots the ball and the spacing that he creates for his team. So Steph definitely, has a huge impact on the game of basketball. But if we're talking about quote unquote ruining basketball, let me give y'all the definition y'all often give me, or people often give me. Y'all say Steph ruined basketball because now all everybody want to do is shoot. Every position want to shoot. Everybody want to shoot threes. Everybody want to dribble this and this and that. Cool. I understand that. But if that's what we're talking about, I don't think y'all need to be blaming Steph the whole time. I think y'all need to throw some of that blame to KD. And let me tell you why. So number one, Kevin Durant was the first 7-foot guard skilled player we ever saw. We ain't never seen nothing like it. KD was drafted in 2007. Steph was drafted in 2009. KD had his first All-Star appearance in 2009. So KD was already like becoming established in the league by the time Steph came into the role, And by the time Steph was drafted, KD was already getting established, and he was an All-Star. Steph didn't become an all-star until the 2013-2014 season. That was his first year being an all-star. So 2012-2013, he led the league in three-pointers made. And then the next year, he was an all-star. So that's kind of where he broke and became like a premier player. So that's reason number one. KD is a 7 foot guard, the first one we ever saw. And number two is he was in the league before Steph. So his impact started before Steph's. Number three, KD being a 7 foot guard made guys feel like it's okay to be this tall and handle the ball and shoot the ball. Not Steph.
Mm.
Because if you want to say everybody want to shoot, everybody want to do this, everybody want to do that, that's cool. But Steph's 6'3". So if I'm me being 6'7", I never looked at Steph and said, "Oh, I'm trying to do that." Granted, I'm a little bit older, but the younger generation might feel that way. But I never looked at Steph like, "Oh, I'm trying to be like that. I'm trying to be able to shoot like that, this and this and that." I ain't never looked at Steph like that. But what I can tell you I done looked at is doggone KD. Because I look at KD like, dang, bro, built like me. He a little bit taller than me, obviously. He's 7 foot, I'm 6'7". But we built the same. And this man out here tween Hezzy cross again to the rim. Hezzy pull up deadly from anywhere. Shooting over the top of people. It don't matter. He don't see the hand. All that good stuff. I feel like KD had more of an impact on the taller guys, the bigger guys, than Steph did. Because Steph is still a guard. Steph's still a little guy.
Mm-hmm.
KD 7 foot. Anybody big or tall in their area, you ain't even got to be 7 foot. But anybody tall for the people that's around them, if you 6'5", everybody around you 6 foot, 6'1" and under, you tall. You a big. KD make you feel like you can shoot though. Like I promise you, you can ask other tall, skinny dudes, especially if you're skinny. Tall, skinny dudes look at KD like, oh shoot, maybe I can, hey, pull up over the top. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you can't, but it make you feel like it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that had a more of an impact on the part of the game where we say, oh, everybody want to shoot threes. Before KD, bigs were starting to shoot a little bit more, like Dirk and KG and guys like that. We talked about that before. Like bigs were starting to shoot, but bigs were never handling the ball or nothing like that. Like you might be able to step out and hit a jumper. You can hit a three, you can hit a midi, but that was going to be a standstill shot if you shot it. If you did put it on the deck, you probably was going to get all the way to the rim, or you might shoot over the top of somebody like inside the paint, or a decent size. I mean, a decent spaced out midi. KD coming to the league. Nah, let me get the ball on this perimeter, handling tween cross, Hezzy pull up over the top, like anything a guard can do. Literally anything a guard can do, he can do it. He can shoot deep. Like it's deep. Like you might not be shooting Steph and Dame range, but he can shoot deep. For a 7-footer, what you gonna do about a 7-footer pulling up 4 feet away from the 3-point line? Like he makes guys feel like they can do that. And so my last point, maybe we be able to throw the clip in, maybe not for other reasons. But if y'all haven't heard it or seen it, Anthony Edwards was asked. Anthony Edwards, this is second year in the league now, or going into his third, I think. Going into his third year in the league. So he's a young guy in the league, obviously. Around my age, actually. They asked Ant-Man, who do you think's the GOAT? This man don't say Michael Jordan, don't say LeBron James, don't say Kobe Bryant. He said, oh, Kevin Durant. They're like, why? Ain't nobody ever said Kevin Durant was the GOAT, especially not an NBA player or something like that. Maybe like a little fanboy somewhere on Twitter, maybe. But an actual NBA player, when asked who the GOAT was, he said Kevin Durant. They said, why? He said, because he's 7 foot and can do everything a guard can do. And at first thought, when he said, you like, man, he just being young, whatever. He don't know enough this and this and that. But then when he say, because he's 7 foot and can do everything a guard can do, you kind of got to think about it like, well, he is. Like as much as we love Mike and Bron and Kobe and Kareem and this and that, KD one of them unicorns of like, we ain't never seen nothing like it, might never see nothing like it again. And, I think people try to recreate KD in different ways. You see like a Kristaps Porzingis and, they got Chet Holmgren now. People think they can be like KD part 2. but ain't KD ain't been duplicated yet. And he been in the league since 2007. Like I said, he been in the league 15 years. He's still the only KD. Like, as much as we love LeBron, as much as we, harp on Bron about how special he is and different he is than everybody else, of course he is. I ain't saying he ain't. But then what do we say? Oh, Luka, baby LeBron. He just ain't as athletic. We as special as Shaq was, what we say, Giannis, baby Shaq. Giannis is today's Shaq. We say that. We have Mike, as great as Mike was. Kobe, baby Mike Jr. So even the greatest players we done had that had some kind of replicable player, somebody that we can look at and be like, man, he looked just like him. He got all his moves. He can do everything that dude did. Like the greatest players we done had. KD, who can we say is baby KD right now? Like, who we pointing at like, that dude plays just like KD? Nobody. And so I kind of feel like we like the league is in a state of flux where, like, we talked about it, like everybody got to be skilled, everybody got to be able to shoot, and we kind of put that blame on Steph. Why don't we blame the 7-foot guard walking around the league shooting over the top of people? Like, we don't blame him for everybody wanting to be able to shoot. Like, is that not insane to people? Like, I watched Kevin Durant live once in my life. I watched him play the Atlanta Hawks. He had 55. I witnessed it with my own eyes. When I tell you this man was cooking beat, like, I have never seen nothing like it. I've seen guys get 40 and stuff like that. I done seen high scoring games. But never have I seen an NBA player get 50 points with my own eyes. And not only that, never have I seen anybody get 50 as easily as KD did it, or as easy as he made it look. And I swear to God, be at one point in the game, you probably seen this on ESPN or something. At one point in the game, they handed this man the ball. He shot it off 1 foot leaning, like leaning runner, shot the ball. And it went in. All net. We not blaming him for everybody wanting to shoot. Like, we don't blame this man at all. All you hear about KD is him trading teams and stuff. Like, people get on him about that now. They get on him about going to the Warriors and stuff. That's cool. Maybe that overshadows it or something. But we choose to blame Steph Curry for being the best shooter ever. And he is best shooter ever of all time. Changed the game, like I said. But if we talking about everybody wanting to shoot the ball, why do we not blame the 7-foot guy that's shooting from anywhere at any time off any dribble move? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But that's my piece, man. So don't kill me. But I think KD ruined basketball. If we got to put it into one sentence, KD is the real culprit for the way the game is now. So that's my piece, man. What you got to say about it? What you think?
When you first told me about it, I was like, all right, okay. But after hearing your whole spiel, I'm like, why not think of that? You know what I mean? It's one of them things. I'm just like, that makes sense. Cause like it's
Right?
quick. I think it's quick and easy to say Steph did it. Like it's fairly obvious that Steph had an impact. But like you said, like Steph is 6'3". He's obviously seen as a guard. So if I came out and like, I want to shoot, you can obviously point to Steph Curry. And I think, of course, Steph did have a big, impact on bigs wanting to shoot. Of course, like that's obvious. But like you said, it's like when you looking at, of course, the NBA is like the pinnacle of what to look at when you talk about basketball. So when we looking at the game and growing up, we're going to pretty much model our game after people that we have some familiarity with. I'm never going to look at Giannis and be like, man, I wonder if I can be like Giannis. I wonder if I can be like LeBron. Bro, I'm 5'10". Like, what are we talking about here? Like, this.
Facts.
So for anybody, like you said, if you're considered a big in whatever territory you reside in, so to a 6'3" guy hooping around 5'10" guys, you're the KD of that group. If you're a 6'6", 6'7", hooping around other 6'3" guys, you're the KD of that group. If you're 7 foot around anything else, you're the KD of that group. More than likely, you're gonna look at the KD and be like, man, I wonder if I could take that move. If you long, kind of athletic, every guy in the league, like you said, after like 09, 10, somewhere around that range, at some point they was like anybody like a Brandon Ingram, Anthony Davis, Giannis, any of those guys, I'm pretty sure they was like, I wonder if I can take that from KD. Ooh, KD did what? I want to do that. Ooh, he doing what? Ooh, write that down. Take that one too. That's the KD effect. And
Thanks.
I don't think you get a Giannis as much as he is now without KD being KD. Like
Mhm.
as much as I want to rebuttal and just be like, have something to say, I don't think I can, bro. Like it's 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 the KD effect. Like, and it's crazy, like you said, that he's really known for switching teams, and that's how he ruined basketball because he keep team hopping and stuff. I'm just like low key, this man is a top 10 hooper all time, but we don't talk about it because that's the overshadowing thought. He changed
Thanks.
teams. And it's just like when like we think we had this conversation before when we talked about it was a side conversation we had. It was like the greatest players of all time, or greatest scorers, something like all time. Like I ain't even put Kevin Durant in the. I forgot what we were talking about, but Kevin Durant has his own pocket that we talk about when it's talking about basketball. Like you can't compare Kevin Durant to other guys. Like it was talking about pure scoring, something like that. I'm
Yeah.
like, it's Kobe, Melo, and somebody else. And Kevin Durant in that conversation, but he's in like another tier of conversation because, like you said, 7 foot guard. Like, what are we talking about, bro? Like, he's a cheat code.
Literally. It should not be
Like,
possible.
like worst case scenario, all right, you got me good defense. like,
Over the top. Man,
and then
like
it's
just
like
seriously.
he's a cheat code, bro. So, like, literally, bro. Like, if you really think, like, I've listened to so many podcasts and interviews of guys talking about the game. It's like who's some of the better players that you guard, or who's some of the toughest competition. Every single guy is like, man, how do you defend KD? You don't. You just pray.
You
Like
put a
Marcus
hand right
Smart,
here and
Ben
hope you
Simmons.
miss.
That's the game. Do your best. Like you can say, do your best, stay in front. Try to be physical with him. Do this, that. That sounds cute, bro. Marcus Smart done said it. I'm pretty sure Giannis done said it. I just heard Ben Simmons say it. They're like, bro, you pray and hope for the best. That's the defensive plan against Kevin Durant. So he's really like a real life unicorn, man. And I think that he is in that category of a Jordan, of Magic, LeBron's, to where it's like you're now like when Magic came through, he just like put himself in his tier to where so many other players are gonna follow through underneath him. LeBron was under that tier for a minute, but LeBron scores way better and does other things. So he removed them from that tier. He moved over here. So now I'm on the same level as a Magic, and now you got players following under him. And then KD was kind of like under both of them in a sense. But KD said, "Nah, I'm finna be 7 foot, but move just as smooth as guard." So now I'm up here in this tier with you guys too. So now you can't compare me under Magic. You got to pair me with Magic as far as one of the guys that's being replicated. And like I said before, Kristaps Porzingis was another unicorn talk, but he's not as smooth. He's 7'3", but he's definitely not as smooth as KD. Even nah, we don't see Porzingis coming down the floor handling the ball. We don't see him break out 1-on-1, getting busy and getting buckets. Anthony Davis is probably the closest comparison of somebody looking smooth, but we still see him as like a power forward center. KD he legit played two guard when he was in Seattle. So it's you can't compare him to anybody, bro. As much as we want to, you want to throw somebody 6'10" and up in that category. Oh, you remind me of Kevin Durant. Stop it. No, let's not do that. You can't. So Kevin Durant is in a class of his own. We talk about basketball. We talk about scoring, anything related to that topic. He's in a class of his own. So if you want to say somebody run basketball, like you said, is Steph Curry? Yeah, he. It's like if I had to do a percentage, I would say 40% Steph, 60% KD. Because like you said, it's bigs being affected by KD. That's what's really ruining basketball. Is bigs want to shoot the ball that much too and trying to get busy and handle the ball. That's where the real issue is. So yeah, you got little point guards run around shoot the ball, but all right, cool. You can stop that. That's different. mean, you got little Goofy McGee trying to be point guard. It's like, whoa, 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 chill out. Now I saw KD. Are you Kevin Durant? All right, now go sit on the bench and think about what you did. So,
No, for real. Like anytime that's a good point. Anytime we see a guy like JaVale McGee try to push the break or Andre Drummond trying to cross over at the free throw line, stuff like that. Anytime we see stuff like that, we ought to be pointing at Kevin Durant like, see what you did, bro. You got this dude out here thinking he can handle the ball because you out here handling the ball, and he didn't bounce the ball off his foot and went out of bounds.
yep.
Like, really what it should be. Bro, we don't think about it like that. We should be like Shaqtin' the fool, whatever.
Yep.
These dudes looking at KD, man. These dudes see KD handling that thing. And don't get me wrong now, the NBA big could probably go to like a rec or something and play some randoms. He probably look like KD. But in the league, with, the set defenses and, the personnel and people they size in front of them, they can't do it. Like, it's not their game. Like, the closest person to Kevin Durant right now is Brandon Ingram. And I don't think even Brandon Ingram ain't shooting like KD, not the tray ball.
No.
And he can handle it and stuff at his height, but he not shooting like KD. And I don't think he'll ever average 30 something like KD has, just because of that
And
motion.
he's only 6'9" too, so it's not.
He's not as over people. Like, that's like almost regular power forward height.
Yeah, so he still got like 3 or 4 inches on him. So it's like KD is Dirk, KG, Tim Duncan, like Elijah 7-footers. KD is a legit 7 foot. Like, I remember seeing a picture of. Remember when Boogie went to the Warriors and all 5 of them were there? The whatever 5 they was called. KD was the tallest one in that picture, and Boogie's like a legit 7 foot, 6'11", and KD was the tallest one in that picture. You can try to say he's 6'8", 6'9", whatever. That's crap, because Draymond like 6'6", Clay about 6'7", so he towering over them. He over Boogie. So what are we talking about, bro? He's 7 foot. So he's a legit solid 7 foot. He's a 7-footer, and so Brandon Ingram is a 3. So him handling the ball is like, you can do that. All right, whatever. Cool. If you're 7 foot, then it'll be more of like, ooh, KD. But nah. So that, like you said, Brandon Ingram's probably the closest one, but it's still not even like touching. He ain't even in the same room. No offense to him, but he ain't even like in the same room as KD's. That's a tough one.
I'm saying, man. Like, it's just maybe it's just me. And so, who knows? Maybe this will get out and people will be like, yeah, man. KD. Like, I don't know if you follow KD on Twitter, but he recently just started this thing of saying hashtag blame KD, where like his fans keep on talking about him and like what he did of trying to get a trade and stuff like that. And every time like when he sees somebody like blaming him for whatever going on, he'll just quote it and say hashtag blame KD. And like hashtag blame KD might be trending after this one. We'll see. I don't know. Because we blame him for ruining basketball now. So oof. Hey, Kevin Durant, you ever hear this? Don't get me wrong. I love you. Big fan. I'm one of them. I'm one of them guys. I'm like, shoot, I seen KD. You feel me? I'm one of them. KD, that's why we doing it.
Yep.
Like, that's why we doing it. I got a move now that I do a lot of times, especially against shorter people. Like, I like to put, when I come down court or like when I drive at somebody, I like to go behind my back and then just pull up right there. Like, I got to go behind my back from right to left or put it in my left hand. I can't do it either way. If I put it in my right hand, I'm just going to keep going to the rim. But if I put it behind the back of my left hand, I can shoot that over the top. Got that from KD. Same thing between my legs. If I go between right to left, I can shoot that over the top like KD. I mean, obviously it ain't as good as KD. And plus I'm only 6'7", but over a shorter defender, if you want to step up, I'm shooting that over the top. Thanks, KD. So by no means am I a KD hater or nothing like that. Don't want y'all to take that away from this. I love KD game. I love watching KD. Think he's one of the best scorers to ever pick up a ball. But if we talk about who ruined basketball, I got to put the blame on him. If in y'all turns at least, because y'all blame Steph. Everybody want to shoot. I got to throw some of that blame to KD. So that's just how I feel, man. Hope y'all don't hate me. Hope the KD fans don't come after me. You know, but it's what it is, man. So y'all let me know. Y'all let me know if y'all think I'm wrong. Feel me? Or if I'm tripping. I feel like y'all might be like me. B said that it was like shoot, but as I wanted to say something about it, you know. I hope y'all saying that too. But y'all let me know what y'all feel. How y'all feel about
Yeah, this is a good one, man, because I think that like Katie is so easy to hate, and he embraces it too, which is even better.
it?
And
True.
so it's just like it sounds like we're hating, or it's like you're hating, and it's just he ruined basketball, but it's like for real, it's an appreciation of his game, and it's like he man, I wish he was more celebrated, man, because he really shifted the game in a whole different way that would never be the same. As much as people want to discredit him and hate on him, make him seem like he trash or whatever, like I love to say, man, when you writing about the history of the game of basketball, Kevin Durant, whatever length you had before, you got to keep adding to it. The next every year, a Chet Holmgren getting drafted now. Now you got to add a little bit more to it. His legacy is growing longer and longer now. And I'm telling you, bro,
Mm-hmm.
another 5 years, more players be like, man, Kevin Durant, one of my favorite players, man. Like he might not be like a quote unquote favorite player, like because you were LeBron, Steph Curry guy. All right, cool, but you modeled your game more after KD because of your situation. So I wish people gave him his flowers, man. Why the man still balling in the league? I don't want him to get retired and then get his flowers. No, give him flowers right now. Why this man cooking everybody for 55 with ease? Like
Trying to
put
tell
some
you.
respect on his name now. So because we're not going to see another KD, man. Like, would you say he's generational talent?
Yes. Yes. I would definitely say that. People were saying that when he requested a trade from the Nets and like they was looking for trades and like people was offering and they weren't taking none of the deals. And they was like, man, because you can't get nothing back in comparison to Kevin Durant. Not while he's still hooping. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, bro, he was able to get 40 and 50 multiple times this past season. So he got like he's still in his prime. You
Mm-hmm.
can't get nothing back as good as what Kevin Durant can offer for your team. Not just being himself and being, the player he is, like ticket sales, all that. We get into the real politics of the game or whatever, but the talent that KD has is superstar talent. And by
Mm-hmm.
superstar, I mean the ability to lead a team to the playoffs on his own. Like he the only player there. He can still make it. He can still take us to the playoffs. Might not win us a
Yep.
championship without the right pieces, but your team going to the playoffs if you got Kevin Durant.
Yep.
So that's just that, man. So yeah, he a generational talent in my eyes because how many players can we really point to in the last few years and say, man, what like you can't do nothing about that guy. Like there's nothing you can do
Mm-hmm.
about him. We can say that about Kobe. It's like, hey man, you couldn't really do nothing about Kobe. We can say that about LeBron, and we said people would say that about James Harden, but that's mostly because of the free throws and the way he draws fouls and stuff. It wasn't much you could do. And then who else? Giannis? Nah, they can do something about Giannis. They've been doing something about Giannis for a while. They load up the paint, make him shoot a little bit and whatever stuff like that. Like you could do something about Giannis. So who else? Bron, Kobe, James. Like in the last few years, like let's say the last 20 years, how many guys can we point to was like that guy couldn't do nothing about him?
I think Steph's kind of in that category.
Oh yeah, Steph. I give that Steph too. Bron,
Yeah.
Kobe, Steph, Shaq in the last 20 years. Yeah, Shaq. Well, other than that, you got a lot of great players. I ain't saying nobody else was
Yeah.
great. A lot of great players. But saying, oh, that guy, nothing you could do about him. Either he made it or he missed it. I think it ain't but a couple names and KD in there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
definitely generational talent.
Yeah. And I think that I think if we really sat back and became more objective about him and his career, Like if you removed, like if you took the emotion out of it, and you looked at Kevin Durant and what he's done, um, like on paper, as far as his resume, his accolades, his awards, all that stuff. Then you turn and look into like the skill set, a 7 foot guard, right? Then you look at how, like you just said, generational talent and how he's leaving a legacy, a on court legacy, to where he's a unicorn. And now Kristaps Porzingis, Anthony Davis, this guy, Chet Holmgren, Brandon Ingram, everybody trying to be the next KD. Oh, is he the next KD? Every draft you're hearing, oh, the next KD. He has, this KD talent, this KD thing, this KD thing. Like, if you look at all these things together, how is he not a legend? How is he not being praised and respected as more? And I think that it's getting to a place now to where it's like people really looking foolish, like for real looking foolish, because it's cool and it's popular to hate on KD. But like I said, be objective and look at it black and white. This dude cannot be compared to anybody in the game ever. So yes, Kevin Durant ruined basketball. Good job, KD.
Hashtag blame KD.
That's gonna be the
But
title. That's gonna be the title of the show, bro. Hashtag don't kill me, but hashtag blame KD.
hashtag blame KD. Man, hey, that's crazy. Go off camera. We was trying to decide what we was gonna name this, but there it is.
Yep.
But yeah, man, that's my 2 cents, bro. So y'all let me know in the comments if y'all think I'm right or if y'all think I'm tripping. Do y'all blame KD for ruining basketball, or is it still all about Steph? Like, is Steph still the main guy? Matter of fact, let's do this. Hop in the comments and let me know give me like some percent. Like, we gonna blame Steph 70 and KD 30? Is it 50-50? Do you give more to blame to KD now? Let me know what y'all think. Give me some percents in the comments so I can really know how y'all feel about KD's impact on the game. Because it's not nothing. It's something. So y'all let me know. But that's it for me, dog. That's my Don't Kill Me But segment. So hopefully y'all don't hate me. Hopefully you still watching. Hopefully you click out the video or something like that. This shit ain't about code. So y'all take solace in it. But that does it for me, man. Be sure to tune in next week for not next week. Be sure to tune in for B's Don't Kill Me But segment. So y'all be on the lookout for that. We'll be out soon. Follow all the social medias and all that. Y'all know all that by now. But appreciate y'all for listening, and we out.